Précis of given passage. The passage length comprises of 300 to 400 words, and you are directed to make the précis one third of the length. So, what is précis and how to solve précis? We are going to crack this question today. What is précis writing? Précis writing basically is a short summary of the passage. You have to summarize the passage in short. You have to cut down the extra details which are not necessary, but the part of the passage you have to identify what is the very important information in the given passage. So what do? You count the words of the passage and write that down, that total words in the given passage. For example, they have given you 300 words long passage. Then what you will do, you will divide this by 1 upon 3, one third, because you need to attain the one third length. So after dividing 300 by 1 upon 3, you will get 100. It means that the total words in the targeted précis is 100. You have to make the précis in 100 words, right? So uh, you have to convey the main idea in the précis in your own words. What are the golden rules? Golden rules to solve the précis is: read twice carefully, identify the central theme, separate main points from details, use your own words, keep author's tone, maintain one third length, avoid personal opinions, write in third person, give a suitable title, revise and edit. In the next slides, I will describe in details and will come back on this slide later on, because the next slides comprises of the detailed procedure of précis writing. So we will come back to this slide later on. Step by step method. Count the words. As I have already explained, you need to count the words in order to make the précis to one third. Once you count the words in the given passage, then you will realize that how long it is and how much word do I need to precise it. So, second step is casual reading. This slide is explaining all the other next 8 slides. So we are moving towards the next slide, and in detail I will explain. Count the words. First, count the total words in the passage. Divide the total by 3 to know your target length for the passage. Keep this number in mind. This is your word limit. So I hope now it is clear that how at the first step you need to identify the word limit. And then what will you do? You will do the casual reading, a psychological warm up. This reading is just for the fun, just to relax the mind and get the idea that what is the passage all about, what it is about, written about. For example, it is about women empowerment, or it is about science fiction, or it is explaining some art, what or novel, or personality, or anything else. So do a light and casual read of the passage, not a serious reading. Fine. Purpose is to release the pressure and get the general idea about the topic. Think of it as a reading for fun before the real work begins. Now we will start skimming for the main idea. Skimming for the main idea means you have to skim through the passage to spot possible titles or heading. Here you will find the title of the passage, so that once you find the head of the passage, the title of the passage, then the relevant information will follow that main idea. So for this purpose, you have to read the passage 4 to 5 times to find the central theme, controlling idea, or the title of the passage. Look, then after identifying the central point, the central idea, the title of the passage, what will you do the next? You need to locate the supporting evidences and proofs that strengthen this main idea. Means to say that once you've identified the title, then you have to identify those relevant pieces of information in the passage which supports the title. If you find those evidences in the passage which support the title, means you are going in the right direction. You are doing the pressy in the right direction. So after finding the relevant information which is relevant to the title, which you have just identified the title after reading 4 to 5 times and locating that, what will you do? You will underline the given information which is related to the title of the passage. After underlining, what will you do now? Do a detailed and word by word reading of the passage, because this time you are not reading to finding anything. You are not finding the title, you are not finding the relevant information. Now you are reading the passage in totality, that what it is conveying to me, what meaning it is conveying. Full concentration reading is required at this stage, and here you will understand the meaning, hidden meanings what the passage is conveying to you. Read in between the lines to understand the hidden meanings and understand the passage in totality, both explicit and implied ideas. Get the whole passage in a wholesome manner, right? Do not escape any information now. Intensive reading. Then after intensive reading, you will start sifting and selection. Here it is a very important process in which you separate the important ideas from unimportant ones. What does it mean? For example, you read a sentence, first sentence in the passage. The whole sentence comprises of subject, verb, object, and other parts of the sentences. Once you start reading that sentence, you will find few words which holds the idea of that sentence. What you will do, you will separate that important idea from unimportant ones, right? You will underline that idea. This process is called sifting and selection, and you repeat this process to all the complete passage, to all the sentences. Sift relevant and important points from irrelevant details, right? So sifting is an underlining process. Mark only what supports the central idea, right? This is sifting. What the next? And sifting, after that you will take a page and a pencil, and it is a draft, first draft, which is not first draft, it is a skim material which you have just underlined in the previous process. You will take the page, write sifted material on the page, on the top of the page, and then you will give number 1 to first idea, then mark number 2, then second sifted material, mark 3, third sifted material. The sifted material would be comprises of the chunk of the sentences, the idea of the sentences only. Once you have transferred all the sifted material onto the page, then what is the next stage? Here you will take another page where you will start to make these sentences, these ideas into complete sentences by drafting a rough draft. You will make a rough draft of that material. Write the rough draft on the top of the page and start making these ideas into complete sentences. These ideas should have subject, verb, object, a complete sentence which holds the idea and express the meaning. And this sentence must not use the original vocabulary of the passage. Here, your uh, task is Use your own vocabulary to express this idea and keep the tone of the author. Do not change the tone of the author, and always write the sentence in third person narration. Never use I or we as a subject. Use third person subject. He, she, it, or one. You need to avoid examples, illustrations, and unnecessary details while writing Pressy. What does it mean? For example, the passage holds long examples which comprises of 100 words, 200 words, 50 words. So if you avoid the examples, then you will lose a big information given in that passage. It does not mean that you avoid the length of the passage and you do not make the précis of that passage. You need to avoid the examples, like for example, they have marked the list of fruits. They have taken with in the basket with them apples, mangoes, berries, grapes, and all other. The list is given. So how will you avoid the example? You have to make and use a short word, precise word for that a long list. For example, you will precise this list into fruits. They have taken the fruits into the basket. Like, you will not mention all the names. Avoid examples if the example does not hold so much length and words in the given passage. Moreover, illustrations need to be avoided. For example, the author has used illustrations he has given resemblance to anything with the moon or with the flowers or with other beauty of the earth. Those illustrations are not the a very important part in while you are writing Pressy. So you need to avoid illustrations and unnecessary details. Now, choosing the title. Once the draft is ready, choose a short, clear title which you have already chosen while you were doing detailed reading of the passage. So, in the next lecture, I will let you know about the basics of title, how to give the exact title, what important things must be considered while making the title of the Pressy. So next lecture would be about it. Uh, while making the Pressy, after doing the whole thing, what will you do? You will read the Pressy again. Fine. After reading that, you will identify the connectivity should be there. For that purpose, you will use one or two simple connectors like moreover, since, then. Additionally, uh, these connected words must be included in order to make the Pressy more meaningful. It should match your one third target. Fine. Target needs to be achieved while writing the Pressy. You have to make the Pressy in exact words. You can achieve the target by deleting extra words like articles or long words need to be precise, and shorten the sentences to achieve one third target. How much you can miss the target, how much extra words you can add or be less in the target. For example, you have to achieve the 100 word target. What will you do? One third target, you will read the passage and identify the words which can be deleted and rephrased to shorten the sentence. And the limit to the extra words allowed while making the Pressy is 3 words above the target or 3 words below the target is the only limit. For example, If your Prezi is above the target, it must be within 103 words. Or if the below the target, then Prezi should be in 97 words, not more than that. If it is more than that, it means you are missing some important item. You are adding some extra information, or you are missing some important idea. Proofread for grammar. You have to check your Prezi at the end and find the grammatical mistakes, spelling mistakes, and overall clarity should be observed that my Prezi is conveying the clear message clearly or not. Ensure the Prezi reads smoothly and logically. Common mistakes to avoid: too short or too long. I have described this too short or too long. Prezi should not miss the words to 10 words, 20 words, or 30 words to up to the target. The length should be achieved, and 2 to 3 words is only allowed in Prezi above the target or below the target. Copying phrases, yes, I have described this. You must not copy the phrases from the original passage. You have to write the Prezi in your own words, in your own vocabulary, in your own English. Adding opinions is not allowed in Prezi. Prezi is not the technique where you can add your opinions in the passage, where you can edit your ideas in the passage, where you can correct the information given in the passage. You have to make the passage exactly what it is given. You have no permission to add any other information or correct the author. You must not change the meaning of the passage, and no title. Okay, do not need to. Sometimes students pick the title from the lines of the passage. You do not need the title from the passage. You have to give the title to the passage, and do not choose the title from the words given inside the passage. What does examiner expect from you? You express the idea and extract the ideas from the passage and write it in clear and concise language with accurate meaning. Fine. So you need to understand the passage and extract the essence and express it in a simple, accurate language. A good Prezi shows you are not just memorizing but actually thinking. Thank you. That